Hi, welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeted Individual Experience. So it seems like the National Institute of Health website is down. Okay, they are not available online. It says this site cannot be reached. DNS address could not be found. Diagnosis of the problem. So yada yada yada. Okay. Now, again, like I said, these things that happen is not a coincidence. So, I was having a conversation on Facebook again, where you have. I made a post, and my post was. Let me see if I can go back to the post. There's my post. Okay. So my post was, you can never convince me that black women are not the standard of beauty, especially when I see you trying to convince us that they are not. Okay? So, again, psychological warfare, absolutely. They have convinced them that they are not absolutely true. But then I got this right? And again, they do this for a reason. Alright? And I want to show you guys the connection of the site being down to this happening, right? So this person, okay, says, can we talk for a sec? What do you mean, can we talk for a sec? Just state what you got to state. I think they've done a better job convincing black men that they're not. And that's no shade what you think. Okay, first of all, the majority of black men do not believe that black woman is not the beauty of standard. They believe that black women are the beauty of standard. The issue, again, trying to deflect what I am saying about black women, is that they're the ones running out there to get buying blonde weaves and blonde wigs, right? They're the ones who are, again, code switching around particularly white men and white people, right? They're the ones who are wearing tons of makeup, okay, sculpting their nose, their lips to look thinner, right? Their nose to look narrower. They're the ones doing all of these things. Black men are not doing these things, right? When you ask black men what they prefer in a woman, they'll tell you a woman who's natural, right? A woman who's not always wearing a wig or weave, right? A woman who takes care of her body, she's fit, because again, physical attraction is important for men, okay? And and also, they're the ones who are fighting to get into white spaces, not black men, right? Not black men at all. Okay, most in terms of this high society life, that they want to live, they're the ones that are you know um, compromising themselves more than that of black men to get into those spaces. Okay. So again, like I said, I understand there are certain black men out there who, because again, I'm not going to discount that there are black men who are sambos, who are uh, coons, right? But there are women who are sambinas and coonettes. Okay, and it is the women beauty industry, right, that is based off of European standard of beauty, is what these majority of black women try to emulate. Okay, I'm not saying this. There's been studies on this. Okay, so again, I don't understand why these women will like to make these sort of statement without doing any sort of research. Then on top of that, so like I said, my response was, do women even listen to black men? Black men say they want black women to be their natural self, meaning not always wearing a weave, not putting on tons of makeup, not getting BBLs, but going to the gym, working out to look and being fit and healthy, right? I think you are looking at a few black men who are conditioned to see other ethnic groups of women as the standard. And these are mostly the athletes. These are mostly the celebrities. These are mostly black men who are in the financial services. You may work on Wall Street, what have you. You know, So I understand that, right? That's their mindset. And again, this is why, like I said, you gotta look at the majority of black men. Those are not the majority. Okay, they're not. All right. A few black men who are conditioned to see other ethnic group of women as the standard of beauty, and that is what the media will show you. When the vast majority of men prefer to be with black women, so it's not the men, it's the women. FYI, within the last 2 decades, black women have given birth birth to more interracial children than white women, Hispanic women, Asian women, Arab women. So, like I said, so if you know that you understand the beauty, then you are likely to want to create children that look like you. Not to say that you can't date other groups of people and have kids by them, right? But when you look at the group of women who, for the past 2 decades, has given more birth to interracial children, but again, I want you to understand how they will not look at the reality, how they will go by their anecdotal experience, but again, what they see on TV. And what they see on TV and in the media is based off of some truth, but a lot of it is based on lies, right? So the whole push on interracial couple you see on television, you go look at the statistics of the percentage of interracial couple, particularly black men and black women. We're talking about interracial couple who are married. We're talking about about a million interracial couple between black and white and other groups of other ethnic groups, right? So it's not a lot compared to the overall population of black people in America, right? Black people in America over 50 million. Okay? But what the media shows you, again on television, all this, is to give you this, and they do that to scare white people, right? Because see, black people, we don't have an issue with that. White people have more of an issue. Black people, when we have an issue with that, is not based off of some sort of deluding, a person's blackness, right? Because we know that's not gonna happen. Okay, in terms of genetically, right? But in terms, remember, if a black person, a white person has a child in the Western world, that child is black. They can call us a biracial all they want. That child is black, right? When they go into corporate America or they go to other places, they look at them as being black, right? Not biracial. Okay, so again, that need to want to be both, what have you. What society deem is the norm, or what society says it is, that's what it is. That's what the dominant group in the society is. So regardless of whatever you feel, whatever you think, doesn't really matter. It's how the dominant society would treat you. And the dominant society would treat you as being black. All right, understand that. Okay, so, and I'm right. Again, if you love yourself, you want to produce children that looks like you. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying you don't love yourself if you produce children that don't look like you. But I'm saying if you look at within every ethnic group, the vast majority of children are born from two parents within the same ethnic group. Again, that's the facts. Now, this is not my saying, this is not my opinion. It's the facts. Okay, just let's get that straight. I don't put my opinion in this. Come with straight facts. Okay? So then she says, no, this not going to be correct. You're telling me that black women have given birth to more children from a different race partner than white women? Whoa, that's not the numbers that black men have been having. And again, the lies. So I wrote, and again, I did the search, and the AI, right, give me back, because again, I can't get to the website that I want to get to show you guys the actual facts because it's not working. The website is out of service, right? You get this denial of service, right? So again, so I said black women give, this is from the AI, right? The AI will search and will give you all the facts. A black woman gave birth to more biracial children according to the data. Black women are more likely to give birth to biracial children. This is evidence in the statistics present, which show that black mothers have the lowest mean birth rate in each paternal race ethnic group, significantly lower than those of infant born to white or Mexican mothers. All right, keep finding. Black mother has the lowest. Black mothers have the lowest mean birth rate in each paternal race ethnic group. Infants born to black mothers have worse birth outcomes than infants born to white mothers. Okay, again, all right. The data suggests that black women are more likely to give birth to biracial children. Conclusion: based on provided data, it is clear that black women are more likely to give birth to biracial children. This is a significant finding, as it highlights the importance of considering the role of black women in biracial families. But again, that's not biracial families. That's unwedded black mothers who are having children out of wedlock with other men of different ethnicity other than black. Okay, so we need to understand that. And again, trying to pull up the data from the site, and the site is not, I can't get the site. The site cannot be reached. So again, I want you guys to understand how they will, when it comes to things that are factual, and I believe, actually I believe, but I think what they're doing now is, and again, they lie about a lot of things, okay? There's certain things they're very truthful about, all right? But when you have the National Institute of Health, that Gov website down, something is going on here, okay? So, but again, I just wanted to show how they will engage in certain conversation because they know where the information comes from, and because they know the website is down, they will send somebody to engage in certain conversation. And even though I brought it up, but she did ask, she couldn't believe it. So of course I'm going to give it, the facts and the truth. And they know this. So like I said, they know they know how your mindset is, because again, they've given you your mindset. But now that I've created my own mindset, opposite from what they try to do, right? And what they try to do again is to try to condition me negatively. Okay. And again, they try to, you understand how they try to bring you into the fall of Christianity, trying to tell you that you need to turn your back on your family, your friends, your children, in order to follow Christ, right? And then it's like, okay, well, we're going to put you in a position where you can make money. But that's not Christ's teaching. This is what they're trying to teach. This is why the church is the way it is. The church do not help the communities. Okay, the church are about themselves, their own celebration, their own social gathering, right? Because it has become symbolic, right? It hasn't become anything in which will lead to an improvement in actions, in mindset, in family values, because the church are given money by the government, so the government dictate the values in which the churches teach. Okay? Always remember that. Same thing with Islam. When you go to countries that are strictly Islamic, you don't see a lot of the things that you see in Western countries that are being pushed, and it's because those at the top, the elites, right? Again, the church is a big part of that too. You talk about ruling in the shadows, right? The invisible hands, right? The Catholic Church, particularly the Vatican, the Pope, all that, they have their hands intertwined within society. They even have scientific labs, DNA labs, all the stuff the church has. Again, so you need to ask yourself, do these people really believe in the so-called Bible that the religion that they believe in? Because I'm telling you, the church use, and I'm talking about when they go, because they want to find God, they want to find out who the devil is, all that stuff. So they look within the DNA. They do. And again, it's based off of delusion, based off of myth, right? But they're willing to play the charade, and they're also willing to create technology in which to control your mind, to make you believe in a higher power, so-called God, right? Okay? When that higher power is the Netarus, nature, right? Human beings, our high mind, are getting to a high mind, a Christ mind, a Godhead, right? Which means that, and your Bible will tell you, right? Ye are gods, right? Bible also tells you, as great as work that I have done, you shall do even greater works. Okay, so again, your Bible will tell you who you are, right? But again, it's not their definition of God. It's understand how you can better yourself, how you can better each other, right? How you can defeat those who are oppressing you, who are holding you down, who are subjugating you, right? And again, if you go back and look at the historical records, yes, there is no historical Jesus, there's no historical James. These are all fictitious characters created by the Flavian rulers or emperors, right? And they did that in order to stop the rebellions from the Judeans, from the Hebrews, right? Hebrew Israelites at that time, because Rome was again treating them unfairly, right? So, which you have to go read, history. Go read Tacitus' account of the Roman Jewish War. Read Josephus, even though Josephus in there put Jesus in it, but the scholars have recognized that is that's problematic, because every other historian at the time never mentioned a Jesus, but Josephus did, right? And we know Josephus, who was a leader of one of the Judean regiment, right? He was too coward to commit suicide because they were going to be captured, and all of his soldiers committed suicide except for him. He couldn't do it, right? And so he became a traitor and joined the Roman emperor, right? So he became Flavius Josephus, and again, Flavius, the Flavian Empire. You need to understand these things, right? But his history is mostly accurate, right? Except for the insertion of the so-called Christ. And again, he may not have even inserted that, and if he did, it was based on trying to create a storyline for the Hebrews, right? In terms of this religion and for the Old Testament, right? And trying to draw some connection. All right. So yeah, I just want you guys to see what's going on. Again, I explain these things and try to understand why they're doing these things and explain why they're doing these things, right? So it's the attack on the truth, and the Christians and those within the position within the government, they are attacking the truth, right? Because it shows you the religious mental illness within their mind, that they are willing to, that they believe in this this fiction so greatly. Again, it's been indoctrinated into them, right? That they are, the mental illness, they become psychotic, chaotic. Okay? I'll talk to you guys in the next video.